We're live from Jakku City, or what is left of it, after the battle against Shigaraki and his forces. This fight was unlike very few battles Japan has ever witnessed. It was more of a war than an actual fight in itself. Many heroes were lost during this war, and many more lost their reputations in the eyes of the public after the fiasco. Crust, Miss Midnight, as well as many others gave their lives to protect Japan. Other heroes like Hawks, Endeavor, Gran Torino, Mirko, and many more are currently in critical condition after giving it their all to try and save Japan from the menace that was Shigaraki and his new liberation army. My name is Steven Flex, news specialist, reporter, private investigator, and part-time gym trainer, and it's my job to present to you all the latest in fictional news. Ever since Thanos snapped his fingers and killed half the population of the universe, it seems villains have been on a never-ending win roll these days. And let's be real, after that crazy-ass whooping Shigaraki gave the heroes, I'm starting to believe this to be true. I mean, you have people such as Wanda Maximoff, former Avenger and hero, taking entire towns hostage for weeks, and later walking free without any sort of consequence. Villains like Pariah claiming to be the hand of the Great Darkness and killing entire Justice Leagues, destroying entire universes. You have Darkseid playing around and conquering hundreds of worlds, later turning thousands to ash. The Holy Grail itself taking control over the purest servant and turning her into an unstoppable killing machine. And even this new so-called hero of conduct called the Black Adam, who looks a lot like a bald evil Shazam for some reason. Turns out he demolished the Justice Society of America. I mean, look at this clip! Look at it! You can't tell me this isn't a ass whooping! Like, damn! Wait, we're not that bad. Damn! That has to hurt. It's a good thing Superman arrived at the end to see what's what with this Black Adam. Wait, what was that? Nah, you're kidding me. Henry has been what? Well folks, it seems DC has a new villain, and his name is Reboot Man. All joking aside, multiple devil attacks were spotted throughout the week, starting with the attack on the public safety Devil Hunter squad that took out many lives and later ending with probably one of the most badass fights between two monsters, the Devil Chainsaw Man and the Katana Devil Man, fighting an all-out brawl that devastated a few buildings and an entire train. And if losing a few public safety Devil Hunters wasn't enough, another devil attack was also reported on an old village in the Gyutari district, where a Demon Slayer corpse lost another of its pillars, its flamboyant Hashira, Tengen Usui, who lost an arm and an eye in the fight against the Devil Brothers Gyotaro and Daki. Tengen Usui, aka the freaking GOAT, has announced he is retiring from the demon slaying business. Fortunately, we still have upcoming stars that can fill in the gap left by him, such as Tanjiro Kamedo, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. Speaking of old secluded villages, another tragedy occurred in a secluded village known as the Soul Society. It was here that the resident police force, known as the Soul Reapers, were nearly wiped out by a reemergence of the Quincy Mafia boss Yuha Bak and his Quincy's. Not even local hero Ichigo, the GOAT, Kurosaki, was strong enough to take on this threat and fell at the hands of the enemy, being defeated by Mafia boss and father of all Quincy's, Yuha Bak. Man, the heroes really need a win right now. The last win we got was about a month ago, back when Kratos took down those damn drunks of the Asgardians and their sneaky mob boss Odin, who tried to steal Kratos' son Atreus, but ended up knowing why the games are called God of War. Fortunately for Americans, President Luthor was just impeached after being discovered he had falsely accused Superman of murder and had sent all of his resources to try and capture them enough steel. Like that wasn't predictable. I did warn you all, and it's a good thing Batman had a contingency for this, because God knows what that menace of Luthor would have done if he had actually gone away with it. Well, that's at least 2 wins I can recollect, so I'll take it. In the world of soccer, the second phase of the Blue Lock selection has begun, and it started off with a bang again, placing the participants in an even bigger and tougher situation where they must battle each other in teams of 2, 3, and even 4, with the goal of stealing other teams' players and try and complete a 5-man team to move on to the next selection. Out of the second selection, the first game we saw was between fan favorite Isagi Yoichi, Meguro Bachira, and Nagi, who faced off against Team Red, composed of Blue Lock's top 3 players, led by the brother of the brilliant prodigy, Itoshi Sae, in Itoshi Rin. Rin ended up leading his team in an overwhelming victory of 5-2 that left our favorite Isagi questioning his resolve and what is that he needs to get better. In the end of the game, Team Red ended up taking Bachira as their pick, leaving Nagi and Isagi to figure things out on how to win and get revenge for the humiliating defeat. In the world of volleyball, Kurasuno High manages to win their first 2 games in the national stage, with their second game being against the overall number 2 team in Japan in Inarizaki Academy. This game was a nail-biter, going to the last set and the final points, pushing Kurasuno like never before, as both teams could not be more evenly matched, with both having the 2 best duos in the league. In the end, it is thanks to a double man block from Hinata and Kageyama that Kurasuno is able to stop the Maya twins' quick attack and win the final set with a score of 32-30. On the realm of basketball, Seirin High faced against Towu Academy in a battle for revenge. After in the previous match, Seirin had lost for a margin of 57 points. This time, thanks to the awakening of their star, Taiga Kagami, who went toe-to-toe with the legend Aomine Daiki, Seirin gave Towu one hell of a fight and managed to have their revenge, finishing the game with an unbelievable alley-oop at the buzzer to put them ahead 101-100. On the world of boxing, the featherweight title match between Ippo Makanauchi and Date was just as much hype as expected, with the fan favorite Ippo pushing the season champion like no one had ever done so before. Unfortunately for Ippo fans, the still champion Date managed to KO the promising star and will now leave behind his Japan title to go fight on the world stage. Now hear me and rest easy, Ippo. If anyone can make a great comeback, it's you. Well folks, it has been one hell of a show. Thank you for watching AW News. Now stay vigilant, go work out, and see you here on the next episode of Anime World News.